Okay. Good evening, Nigerians.
Please, if you can be...
My name is Abubakar, and I'm directing my question to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. And it's regarding employment and job creation, because that's what you keep mentioning. And as a successful businessman, I'll put it this way. I'm an applicant applying to work in your successful company. And after passing through some processes, your HR department, that's the human resource department, asked me to provide a referee from my previous place of work to enable me secure the job. And I have something to say. This is the response of my employer, whom I've worked with for the past 8 years. And this is what he has to say, and I quote: his propensity to corruption, his tendency to disloyalty, his inability to say and stick to the truth all the time, his propensity for poor judgment, his belief and reliance on marabout, his lack of transparency, his trust in money to buy his way on all issues, and his readiness to sacrifice morality, integrity, propriety, truth, national interest for self and selfish interest. My question is, if my previous employee forward this reference to you, will you employ me?
Okay, thank you. We get the question. We get the... That's fine. That's fine. We have the question. Please, can we have some silence? Please. Please. Please.
Good evening. Good evening. My name is Shankula. Your Excellency, you have already identified insecurity as a major problem in this country. A number of factors usually account for this insecurity, but my major concern here is the problem of the herdsmen and farmers clashes all over Nigeria, particularly affecting the states of Benue, Taraba, Plateau, and so on and so forth. Politics is about interest, Your Excellency. Everybody will want to vote you because they know that you have...
please ask your question. Look at the queue behind him.
So,
ask your question.
Your Excellency, my questions are is that I want to know exactly your blueprint on how to deal with the problem of herdsmen and farmers clashes in Nigeria, particularly, sir, as a Fulani man who is also in the business, from your video clips, was also in the business of rearing cattle. And as a thief man, the great shelter of the thief people, the Tegemolo of thief, I want to know particularly, sir, how you intend to...
Next person, let me make it very clear. I will get those mics switched off if people don't ask their questions and sit down, because you have to be considerate. Look at the queue of people who want to speak. So please, can we be very, very considerate? Thank you. Yes, sir.
My name is Jake Epele. I'm the CEO and the founder of the Albino Foundation. My question to you, sir, borders on health, access to health. I've been diagnosed of skin cancer. I have no hope to get immediate cure. What would you do? Not only for me as a person that have been given the opportunity to ask you this question, but for millions of persons with albinism, what would you do to make sure we have access to quality health care? Thank you.
Okay, let's come back and take those questions before we go back. There are three. The first was basically a quote from your former boss, President Obasanjo, describing you. And the question was whether if you were an employer and somebody sent that reference for someone that you wanted to employ, whether you would give him a job, implying that given what Obasanjo said about you, why should Nigerians employ you? The second question was to do with how you would deal with the herder-farmer problem, and the third one was on health.
Thank you. I recommend him for the job.
Let's interrogate that a little before we pass through. Let's interrogate that a little. If someone, you've done something to someone and they've forgiven you, for example, it doesn't mean the crime didn't take place. It doesn't mean that what was said to have happened didn't happen. It just means the person has decided to move on, or that you are the lesser of two evils if they are comparing you to another person. Some of his allegations were quite specific. You need to...
You know, Kadiria, you must know that nobody has been investigated by Obasanjo more than myself. If Obasanjo could not find me guilty of any wrongdoing, then I don't think those, statements stand.
Did he lie about you?
I'm not here to say that. I'm not here to say that.
But it's curious.
It's up to my employers. It's up to my employers to say or not. But if I was the most investigated politician or public officer and I was not found wanting, then it's up to my employers to believe what has been said or not.
Okay. Next question. Yes, did you want
just to make comment on this? You've seen in football today where referees have taken time to look at videos seriously and decide that the action they took yesterday was wrong based on replay.